Now, Sadiq Khan, born in London, went on to be Mayor of London, so therefore is obviously a Liverpool fan. He's thrown his opinion into the ring when it comes to which of the London clubs, his own city's clubs, should be relegated. Should it be Spurs? Should it be West Ham? And he's had this to say to the people of London. He's said, what I'd say to Londoners who don't support Spurs is you should probably be cheering on West Ham. That's right, he's thrown his weight behind Spurs getting relegated. Now, he's a Liverpool fan, like I said, so this isn't really based on any kind of football rivalry. We'll get to what it's based on in a minute. But how are you going to feel as a Spurs fan if the mayor of your own city wants your team to get relegated? How are you going to vote next time he's running in any kind of election? I don't know if it'll come and bite him on the bum in that way. But why would he say it? So, for those who don't know, the London Stadium was obviously built for the 2012 Olympics, and well over £500 million was spent on that stadium. And it is a fantastic looking stadium, and it did a great job. But even at the time, people were saying this is a waste of money. You know, it's far, far too much. So the government, after the Olympics, they had a decision to make. How do we save face after investing all this money now into this stadium? Because the upkeep costs were huge. They still are £20 million a year. So they had to find, a way to either decide, let's just knock the thing down and then use the land in a way that will generate some money, or keep it as it is and let the taxpayer pay some money, but let's try and limit how much the taxpayer is paying. And they chose option B. That was Boris Johnson. West Ham got in there for 99 years on what was called the deal of the century, and they pay about £4.4 million a year rent. Now, obviously, I said it's about £20 million to keep that building, so that's a big shortfall. Things like concerts and stadium sponsorships, etc., can kind of like cut that shortfall a little bit further, but it's still over about 10 or 11 million pound the taxpayer are paying. But should West Ham be relegated, we have to look at West Ham's rental agreement. And a part of that 4.4 million that they pay is fixed. They pay that whether they were in League One, League Two, Championship, whatever. But part of it is flexible. It's variable depending on the income that West Ham are bringing in. And obviously, when they drop down to the Championship, they get less TV money, less people are going to be coming through the gates, less ticket money, and so on. And their overall income is going to drop. So that flexible, variable part of their rent is also going to drop. And Sadiq Khan reckons that this whole thing is going to add an extra 2.5 million onto the bill for the taxpayer. And he does have a point, I suppose. I think the deal of the stadium, let me say that again, the deal of the century might have been a brilliant one for West Ham, and it might have helped the government save a little bit of face. But something does, and this is nothing against West Ham, but something does irk me a little bit that the taxpayer is having to fork out for a stadium that can't sustain itself, and it's given such a good deal to a club that wants to move in there. That's my own personal opinion. I don't wish West Ham to go down. I don't wish Spurs to go down. But what are your thoughts? Do you think Sadiq Khan was right? Do you think, what do you think? I suppose is a question. Join us on Saturday afternoon as we do a live watch-along for the Hearts versus Celtic game, which most likely will be deciding the outcome of the title in Scotland. I'm really looking forward to that. That'll be our first ever live stream watch-along. And feel free to hit that subscribe button so you get more videos like this and watch-alongs and all sorts of football stuff. Anyway, let us know what you think. Goodbye.